Welcome to the home of WWE News Rumors and Gossip in real time. Click the bell, subscribe, and turn on all notifications today. Don't forget to become a channel member and send a super thanks donation below. And now, your host. He is the most consistent and dedicated in YouTube history, Seanzviewent.
In a stunning twist of events, rumors are swirling at this hour that TNA, once a powerhouse in the wrestling industry, has been sold to none other than the boy wonder, Shane McMahon, according to speculation, just 24 hours before the highly anticipated 2025 Slammiversary event. This shocking news has sent shockwaves throughout the entire wrestling community. Fans are buzzing, wondering what this means for the future of the promotion. Shane McMahon, known for his high-flying antics and business acumen, stepping in as a new owner could bring a fresh perspective to TNA. The question on everyone's lips is, how is his involvement going to reshape the organization, the brand, especially at such a pivotal moment? With Slammiversary on the horizon tomorrow, will there be dramatic changes to match bookings, storylines, and even the roster itself? Many wrestling enthusiasts recall Shane's history with various promotions, his innovative ideas, and his ability to elevate talent. Could this acquisition lead to the revival of TNA, taking it back to its glory days, or will it be a radical overhaul that leaves fans divided? Social media is abuzz with theories suggesting that everything from a full roster shakeup to potential crossover events with other promotions. As we already know, they got a crossover, they got a massive partnership with the WWE. Now, as we prepare for Slammiversary, the excitement builds not just for matchups, but for the unknown future that lies ahead. What should we expect from Shane McMahon? How will this new chapter unfold for TNA? Stay tuned as we're going to dive even further into this video right now on Sean's View Entertainment. And a shocking turn of events, again, the rumors are swirling that TNA Total Nonstop Action has been sold or will be sold to Shane McMahon. According to sources, the deal was likely or potentially finalized in secret negotiations between TNA's parent company and McMahon. The news sent shockwaves through the wrestling world, leaving fans and industry insiders in disbelief. McMahon, the son of WWE Chairman Vince McMahon, former WWE Chairman, has a long history in the wrestling business. He was heavily involved in the creative process of WWE and even had a brief stint as the company's on-screen character. However, in recent years, McMahon has stepped away from the wrestling industry and focused on his other business ventures. The details of the deal are still unclear, but it is believed that McMahon now has majority ownership of TNA and will now take over as the company's new chairman. This news comes as a surprise, as it was widely reported that TNA had plans to rebrand under a different name, GFW. It is unclear if those plans will still move forward with McMahon's possible and potential ownership, according to rumors online. The timing of this deal is also significant, as TNA's one of their biggest events of the year, Slammiversary, is set to take place in under 24 hours. Many questions have arisen about how this change in ownership will affect the event and if McMahon will have any involvement in the show itself. Remember, guys, it's so crucial to become a channel member. If you want your name added to the bright lights of the LED board, remember to get your name on. Click the link in the pinned comment section below the video right now. Some speculate that McMahon's involvement could bring a new level of excitement and success to TNA, while others are hesitant and see it as a potential conflict of interest given his family's involvement in the WWE. Time will tell how this change in ownership will play out for TNA and its fans. This news also has reignited the debate about the future of TNA and its place in the wrestling industry. TNA has faced financial struggles and creative challenges in the past, leading to rumors of its potential demise. This sale could make a fresh start for the company and could also potentially bring in a new era of success. It is important to note that these rumors have not officially been confirmed by either party, so it is essential to take this news with a grain of salt until an official statement is actually made. Regardless of the validity of these rumors, one thing is for sure: the wrestling world will be closely watching TNA Slammiversary event tomorrow to see if any changes or surprises will occur under the possible McMahon regime under the new potential ownership. We already know that AJ Styles, yes, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, will be returning to TNA tomorrow, and it will be major. It will be a sacrifice. The potential sale of TNA to Shane McMahon just 24 hours before Slammiversary has the wrestling world talking, ranting, and raving. Whether this will be a positive or a negative for TNA remains to be seen ultimately. But one thing is for sure, the wrestling world will indeed be watching closely. And again, viewers, fans, and subscribers, it doesn't get quite bigger. It doesn't get much more bigger than this. And I want to know from my viewers, my fans, and my subscribers, will you be tuning in? Will you be watching TNA Slammiversary tomorrow? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on the matter. Because as we know here on Seanzviewent, we keep you glued to your screens. We keep you glued to your laptops, your desktops, your cell phones, your iPhones, your iPads, whatever it may be. We keep you buzzworthy because we keep you in the scoop. Because Seanzviewent knows that we got to keep throwing that ball in the hoop. We got to keep scoring. We got to keep doing it with a flair, and a flair we will. Also, are the Hardy Boys, Jeff and Matt Hardy, gonna retire? Will tomorrow be the final time we see the Hardy Boys in TNA? And if they do indeed retire tomorrow night during that huge tag team ladder match, if they do indeed retire, will they have a retirement ceremony on TNA during the week? You gotta wonder that. A lot of questions going into that as well. A lot of comments about what is next for Jeff and Matt Hardy. Also, it's being said that it would be very tough, very hard for the Hardy Boys to turn heel at this stage of their career, especially with them talking about retirement. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, we have a hell of a lot more to cover. We have a lot more to tackle during this particular episode. Remember to become a channel member, donate, super chat, super sticker. There's all kinds of different ways to support the show. We got breaking news on Raw. Roman Reigns will address Paul Heyman. CM Punk will address World Heavyweight Champion Gunther ahead of their SummerSlam match. Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch will reveal her proposal for Lyra before their SummerSlam encounter. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. I thought Sami Zayn was going to be out for a number of months. The New Day versus the Creed Brothers versus the LWO in a #1 contenders match for the World Tag Team titles. And in a rematch, Sheamus goes one-on-one with Rusev. All that and more happens on Monday Night Raw on Netflix in just a couple of days. Big update on the prize fighter, the former Universal Champion, the former ROH Champion, Kevin Owens. Pivotal update on Kevin Owens, the prize fighter. Ladies and gentlemen, still, fans can breathe a little easier knowing that Owens has cleared the first big hurdle. The prize fighter is well known for his toughness and his never say die attitude. So if anyone can make a superhero comeback from a major neck surgery, it would be Kevin Owens. His last match took place at the Elimination Chamber on March 1st, where he defeated Sami Zayn in an unsanctioned match. It would appear as if the severity of Owens' neck issue had the WWE locker room bracing for a long absence, with many inside the company expecting him to miss WrestleMania 42 as well. Word is, a year looks like the minimum recovery for this type of surgery, so it could be a while before we see Owens again. Of course, as with any major operation, everyone is awaiting to see how KO's body responds and how he ultimately feels during rehab. And again, it all boils down to your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on KO, Kevin Owens. And are you looking forward to his return to the WWE? Also coming through the desk of the Brash and Brazen. Judge orders discovery in case tied to Vince McMahon's doctor as Janelle Grant seeks medical records. Oh boy, another damning blow. Another negative. Judge orders discovery in case tied to Vince McMahon's doctor as Janelle Grant seeks medical records. Oh boy. Oh boy. Janelle Grant just scored a major legal victory against Vince McMahon's longtime doctor and his company, Peak Wellness. A Connecticut Superior Court judge has officially ordered both Colger and his clinic to turn over evidence, critical evidence, including medical records and internal communication tied to Grant's ongoing federal case against WWE. Grant originally sued Colker and Peak Wellness after claiming they refused to provide medical records needed for her federal lawsuit. Despite multiple requests made by her legal team in spring of 2024, Colker argued that those records were handed over the same day as her suit was filed, but judge wasn't convinced. In a court order issued on June 27th and filed July 8th, it made crystal clear that the parties are ordered to submit proposed scheduling orders and objections thereto, requests for production and objections thereto, and deposition notices and objections thereto pursuant to court order. Her full medical records, including metadata, details of Colker's billing practices, and payment arrangements made by McMahon or WWE, notes on the purpose and the content of her prescribed treatments, internal communication between Coker and McMahon related to her care, and documentation about Coker's alleged role in connecting her with an attorney negotiating the non-disclosure agreement. In her lawsuit, Grant also accused Peak Wellness employee of taking part in sex acts with her and McMahon on company property, an encounter that reportedly ended with McMahon defecating on her. That employee is no longer with the company, according to filings by the defense. Coker and his clinic were named repeatedly in Grant's initial federal complaint and a later amended version. Despite McMahon and WWE pursuing to push the case to arbitration, Grant is fighting back, arguing that the NDA's arbitration clause is illegal under federal employment laws tied to sexual harassment and assault. For now, McMahon's camp wants the court to view the NDAs as valid since it was signed post-employment. But Grant's team says that doesn't matter when sex trafficking and abuse are involved. With Discovery now in motion, Coker and Peak Wellness will have to answer questions they have been dodging. And what they reveal could directly affect the outcome of the paused federal case. Do you think that this ruling will put more pressure on Vince McMahon's legal team? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions below. Obviously, this is not the way things, or Vince McMahon of the WWE wanted to go, obviously. Adam Cole's emotional promo sparks serious health concerns over his health and his future and Adam Cole's ultimate well-being. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on all of that, because as you know, if it weren't for you, there certainly would be no Sean's View. Also coming down the desk of Seanzviewent Entertainment. Thekla officially signs with AEW after probation period over Stardom controversy. Roman Reigns shuts down rumors about having a sixth child. Yes, there was a lot of rumors and speculation about Roman Reigns having yet another kid, another child. But Roman Reigns says that is not true. Not true. Elena Black claps back at trolls with a bikini pic and a savage caption online. And again, you can go check that picture out, that photo for yourself, which is definitely raising a lot of eyebrows. Rhea Ripley raises concerns over WWE's new reality show, Unreal, which will be coming on Netflix. CM Punk reveals why WWE Unreal makes him uncomfortable. Because the WWE will be exposing, they will be unveiling, they will be uncovering a lot of things that most wrestling fans probably don't want to see, but we're going to end up seeing it. A lot of insiders, a lot of fans may not like what's going to happen, but we're going to happen. We're in a new age. We're in the dawn of a new era. It's completely different circumstances. You know, the word is out there. The secret is out there a long, long time ago about how this all works. And now it will just be more uncovered. Bryan Danielson admits that he is barely involved in AEW creative and jokes about a couple of a-holes backstage. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, the WWE morale is reportedly plummeting after severance pay policy slashes after their TKO merger. So again, could there be a huge controversy over this, some backlash, some criticisms over the plummeting morale, the morale plummeting after severance pay policy slashes the TKO merger? Again, it all comes down to your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on all of that. Also coming down the line of Sean's View Entertainment, Triple H dropped yet another WWE Unreal poster ahead of the Netflix premiere. Drew McIntyre trolls Randy Orton with Coldplay Kiss Cam Me, a meme. Gage Goldberg had to apologize for his dad breaking his rib. Mitchin blames brutal fan criticism for holding back in promos. And Mitchin explains why she created the long back attack. Kevin Nash says that WWE storylines are moving. Fans just aren't noticing. Why Paul Heyman doesn't want his children to follow in his footsteps. Ultimately, Kevin Nash fires back at WWE repetitive criticism. It's a cast of characters like Seinfeld. Kevin Nash blasts Rhea Ripley's overpush ranking. That's outrageous. Bryan Danielson says that he is training to be a firefighter, further moving away from wrestling. Adam Sandler reveals that MJF filmed Happy Gilmore 2 despite bruises from matches. Bryan Danielson has also admitted that he has landed on his head in Will Ospreay match. MRI confirmed it was time to step back. Julia says that she has to be on SummerSlam through hell or high water. Kiana James returns to WWE after nearly 400 days. Yes, after nearly 400 days, Kiana James has returned. And according to rumors and speculation, she has come back to a loss. an L in the column. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on all of that. Because if it weren't for you, there would be no Seanview, and that is a true statement. It is, and it's never been truer. It has never been more real. It has never been more authentic, because this is what we do, because I believe in each and every one of you. Believe in Joe Hendry. Subscribe.